everyone, it's Meg. Welcome back to a new reading vlog. It actually feels like spring today. It is literally so exciting. It has actually been quite cold in the UK for the past few days. However, the sun has been shining, the birds have been singing, and it actually feels a bit warmer today. And honestly, it could not make me happier because I love spring. It's my favourite season, and it's just nice to not be in the gloom and the dark anymore, or at least for the moment it is men and rain at the weekend, but I'm just soaking up every ounce of it. But yeah, I'm just really excited that it actually kind of feels like spring, at least it has been for like the past few days. But anyway, besides from the fact that spring has actually decided to sprung, if that even makes sense, I'm really excited for this reading vlog because I'm going to read a specific book that I have been dying to read for like the past month, and I finally got my copy, so I get to read it and obviously do a vlog, which is A Game for Scandal by Laura Wood, which is the third book in the like Avery, I call it like the Avery series, I don't really know what it's called, but yeah, this is the third book in this little like companion trilogy that Laura Wood has going on, and I have vlogs for the other two books in this series, so I'll try to remember to link them down below if you want to go and check them out. This will be a spoiler-free vlog, just like all of those other ones. This book actually came out in February, however I was waiting for a dedicated signed copy from Mr. B's Emporium, which is this one, because Laura did an event there at like beginning of March, so I've waited about a month, but I'm really excited, and this is the cover, and they all have beautiful spines, all like beautiful floral spines, so I will definitely like, you know, put them all together at the end of this vlog once I've read this book. But I'll tell you guys what this book is about because I can't remember whether I've like mentioned what the other books are about in my previous videos, but this book particularly follows Felicity Vane, who is a talented mathematician, and with her first dreaded social season fast approaching, she hatches a daring scheme to infiltrate the glamorous gambling underworld of the Lucky Penny and win her university fees over a game of cards. It's the perfect plan, if it only wasn't for the interference of Ash, the biracial and frustratingly handsome owner who accuses her of cheating. Now Felicity finds herself thrown into the latest investigation of the Avery and caught up in a dangerous game of cat and mouse with a ruthless villain. When the stakes are this high, Felicity can't afford to lose, but as she and Ash get drawn deeper into a world of criminal conspiracies, is she also gambling with her heart? So obviously I'm really excited about this book, and I believe this is still Victorian England. This is set in 1900, this book in particular. The other books are kind of set previously or prior to this book. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've read a little few snippets from Laura's Instagram that she shared, so yeah, I'm really excited, and obviously like I said, I'm doing a reading vlog. I do actually have reading vlogs for basically all of Laura's like YA and adult books. I'm pretty sure I do it anyway, so I might have to make a playlist for that at some point, but yeah, I'm really excited to read this book, and obviously I'm going to take you guys along with me for the journey. So I got home from work not so long ago, so I'm gonna sit and have my tea and read my book, start reading it, and I need to like pick out all my annotation tabs. I did start doing this last night, but I didn't get very far, and also it was dark so I couldn't see very well, so I'm gonna, you know, sort all that out as well. And hopefully also for this vlog, depending on like how long it takes me to read this book, myself and my parents are going to stay in a little cottage in a place called Pickering, which is near York, and we're going for like 5 days from the end of next week. So depending on how long it takes me to read this book, I do plan on filming a few clips whilst we're away, and I specifically want to film when I go to York because there is a new shop, or a relatively new shop in York, which is an anime shop, and it has a Studio Ghibli cafe and Studio Ghibli merch, and I'm going, and I'm so excited because I've always wanted to get like Studio Ghibli merch in a shop, specifically like the little like Totoro plushies. I've always wanted to, but they don't really have, or at least to my knowledge, there aren't really any like Studio Ghibli like merch places that are really around in the UK. If there are, and you know, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm gonna go there, and I'm so excited, so I obviously want to like film my time there. But yeah, so I just want to, hopefully that'll be in this vlog. I think I'll probably include the footage anyway, regardless of whether I finish this book in time or not. But yeah, I will include that footage in this vlog. So yeah, I feel like I can't really talk. I think my words have escaped me after working today, so I think I just need to go and chill and read and drink my tea. I think I'm going to stop talking now because I literally cannot form sentences with the words coming out of my mouth. So yeah, I'm going to go and drink my tea, start reading a game of Scandal even, and then I will obviously give you guys updates throughout my time reading it. I'm really excited. I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. And now I'm going to go and chill so I can actually form sentences in my next clip later on. I'm literally on page 8 and I am like joyous inside already. We are at Iris and Nick's wedding and Cassie is here and Cassie is friends with Felicity. Oh my god, I love the integration of A Single Thread of Moonlight in this book and throughout the series. It's just so stunning and it's amazing to know that I am witnessing Iris and Nick's wedding. Sorry for spoilers for like previous book, but oh my god, that is just, yeah. Okay, this book's gonna be good. I know it. I've actually annotated so much already. I'm just genuinely so excited. And Laura Wood is also the iconic one-liner. She always brings the iconic like first lines of a book. This one is, "It seemed to me that weddings were highly overrated." And I feel like that is quite an iconic line, you know? She's definitely following in the train of like I Catch the Castle by Dodie Smith, like the iconic first line from that. Laura does it, she's done it with every other book, especially like this series. She has come up with some stunning first lines. Yeah, okay, I'm going to carry on reading a little bit now. Just had to update that because like, oh my god, some of my like fave characters are in here and we get to see their wedding and Cassie is here. I love that. It's like legit a few days later and I am like halfway through this book. Yeah, this definitely has me by the throat. I'm up to chapter 23, which is page 267, and this, yeah, I literally have not been able to put this book down, but it has also weirdly been causing me a little bit of stress. So basically there is a villain who we have met in here and he has certain motives for Felicity and he's quite creepy, you know, and I think because as a girly who I don't really read mystery novels, it's just not like something I read very often, and I think because, I don't know how true this is, but from what I have seen on the internet, apparently when you read a book, the emotions that you feel when reading a book through the characters, your brain doesn't know it's fake, like it's a fake situation, so apparently it thinks it's real. So if it feels, I feel like I'm Felicity being like potentially stalked by a potential murderer. So that's probably what my brain has been putting me through for like the past like few days. Like I said, or it might just be being a wuss or something, I don't know. But yes, it's definitely more suspenseful. I can tell that this is probably going to be like their most dangerous case that the Avery has done yet. So basically the mystery is that they are following this man called Edward Lang, and he is potentially a murderer from like several murder cases in the past, but they have no proof of that. There is like hardly any information about him from the past, so they're trying to figure it out, and Felicity has somehow got involved. I will not tell you how because spoilers, which has obviously led to the situation now of, yes, Lang having some ulterior motives for Felicity, and yeah, it's giving like, he's like giving like creepy stalker vibes. So yeah, that's kind of like how we are going, but apart from like kind of all that and like the mystery and the villain and all that sort of thing, I am really enjoying this book so far. Like I said, I think I did a little clip not so long after I started reading this book, because it started at Iris and Nick's wedding. I nearly forgot what the man was called then. Felicity's a mathematician, which I think I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog from the blurb, and she really wants to go to university through, as we said in the blurb, but obviously she can't because she is a lady of high society. And I must admit, I really sympathise with Felicity. She is an academic girly who wants to go and, you know, go to university and do something with her mind. I think literally one of the quotes says she's got a clever mind and she wants to use it for good purposes, something along those lines, which I appreciate. Basically, she doesn't want to get married, she just wants to go to uni, but like I said, for obviously circumstances, she can't. The way that Felicity describes the social season that used to happen back then, where there were lots of balls and young ladies were presented to court, and it was kind of, as she says in here, it's kind of like a market where women are like shown off. It's like a cattle market, she says, where they're like shown off to eligible bachelors to get married off, exchanged from one man and one household to another. And she really doesn't want that, and she definitely tells it how it is for back then, because the more I kind of read about her opinion on kind of the whole social season and all that sort of thing, like being a woman in that era, it definitely was like that. And especially it was very difficult for somebody like Felicity who doesn't want to get married and wants an academic career instead. Obviously that is very difficult. So I love the kind of like the talk about that, and I love that Cassie, who is in A Single Thread of Moonlight, she's Iris's sister, she's in this book and she's friends with Felicity, and I really love that because they are both academic people, so I really appreciate that. I love that they are friends, and obviously they have kind of the same like motives, like they both don't want to get married, and also Cassie is like she is like asexual, aromantic, so obviously she doesn't have any romantic feelings and she doesn't want to get married anyway. But yes, they both have like academic dreams, and I love that there are two women in that era who are like supporting each other through their like academic studies. We have also met Ash, who is the love interest, and he is the owner of the Lucky Penny. We've had a couple of interactions with him and Felicity already. There's definitely chemistry there, and I enjoy their like relationship at the moment. We've not seen him in a little bit though, in the past couple of chapters, so hopefully he'll crop up at some point. And we're at a point now where it's just before the social season starts, and Felicity's mother has come to basically be with her daughter through her first social season, and Felicity obviously doesn't want any of that, as I said before. However, her mother is really excited to kind of be a part of this, and to give her a great first season. So Felicity is trying really hard because she loves her family, she loves her mother, she loves her brother, and she obviously wants to please them, but at the same time she, like I said previously, she doesn't want to have a social season or to get married. She, like I said, she wants an academic career instead. So she's kind of grappling with obviously pleasing her family, but also wanting to live out her dreams instead. So yeah, that's something that she's kind of dealing with at the moment as well. But overall, I am really enjoying this book. Like I said, the stakes are definitely high in this one. Probably the highest they have been in the series so far. But I am really enjoying it, and I've done quite a few tabs as well. I've been writing in it quite a lot, especially at the beginning. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this. And like I said, I will update you guys at some point when I've done some more reading. I'm not going to do any more reading for the moment until later on today, because I have got dressed and I think I'm going to go to a cafe and do some planning for YouTube, because I don't really have many videos planned for April apart from this one which you are watching now. I don't really have many videos planned, so I need to do some planning and get ahead. So yeah, I'm basically going to go and do that because I find it easy to concentrate in a cafe, and I might pop into Waterstones. I'm currently on a book buying ban, however I might as well have a look anyway, and it'll be fun footage for this vlog, you know, who doesn't love a little like bookshop like video montage, you know. So yeah, that is my plan. So before I go out, I'm actually going to sort and get a video uploaded that's meant to go up today. Hopefully it will upload in time. I'm going to go and do that now, and then we can go to a cafe together, do a bit of video planning, and then maybe go to the bookshop. I'm going to do my outfit of the day in this way because the levels of me putting my camera down just don't work. Anyway, so I am wearing a dark green knitted jumper. My mum actually knitted this for me. I really love it, and I've got it tucked into my trousers at the front. My jacket is from Primark. I bought it last year, really love it. These trousers I bought them off Vinted. They were brand new. They are a brand called Daisy, something Daisy. They've been around on Instagram, and I thought they looked nice because I have a matching waistcoat that I need a pair of trousers for, so that's why I bought them. But they're also very comfy. And then I'm wearing my Nikes, my Nike Air Forces, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, and then I just got a belt. I got this soft Vinted or Depop or something as well. It's got loads of holes in it and stuff. But yeah, so that is my outfit of the day. Comfy, cozy vibes, that's what I'm going for. It does actually kind of feel like spring now. The weather has cleared up compared to this morning. So yeah, let's go to a cafe and do some video planning and maybe have a look in the bookshop. Obviously not gonna, try and buy anything, but can always have a little nosy, there's no harm in that. Actually know when I last updated this vlog. I think it was at least a week ago, roughly. But I am back from my time in Yorkshire. I probably will have put some clips before this clip now from me when I went away. I only got some clips, I think, of a ruined abbey cathedral that we went to, which was really cool. It was very peaceful as well. The weather was stunning the whole time we were away as well. It's still stunning now that I'm home, even though it is very, very windy. But I had a really nice time. I had a nice chill time. I even went to York for the day. I put some clips of when I went to a new anime shop called Anime Gallery. I will talk about more of that soon because I had a really stunning time and I got a little haul, so I'll show you guys that. Actually, let's show you that now before we do it, because I obviously did finish A Game for Scandal by Laura Wood. So we will talk about that in a minute. Let me just quickly show you the haul that I got when I went to York. So I, like I said, went to York just on my own because nobody else wanted to go, and it was about half an hour train journey from where we were staying. So I got a few bits. So I got this cute tote bag to start off with, and I'd just like to say this place is stunning. Hopefully the videos, the video clips that I did showed that. I was so excited and it was so worth it. It was just, it's really stunning. I definitely want to go back there in the future. I am hopefully planning on doing a come book shopping with me vlog for York at some point, because there are a couple of like different bookshops there. So let me know if you would like to see that. I think I'm definitely going to try and do that at some point this year. But anyway, so this is the tote bag that I got, which has lots of little, I don't know what the official name for these little Totoros are, but they're like the little small ones. And they had loads of different tote bags. Most of the merch was Totoro based in terms of like the Studio Ghibli merch, but there were like a few other bits as well. So I'll show you what I got from that shop first. So obviously I got this tote bag, and then I got 2 Totoros. So the first one that I got is for my friend, because it's her birthday in April. So I got her a pink Totoro, which is very cute. He's also holding a little sort of sprite. He's very soft, I really love him. And then of course I had to get myself a Totoro because that was the thing I was most excited for. And I was planning on getting a bigger one, however, some of the bigger Totoros looked like they didn't have enough stuffing in them. I feel like they needed a bit more stuffing, so I'm going to wait a little bit until I find like a bigger Totoro like plushie toy that I really, really like. But I got a little one. The little ones were really cute. So this is the one that I got, just like a classic grey Totoro holding his little leaf, and it also has a like clip on it as well. So I don't know where I'm going to put him yet, but he's very cute and I am very pleased with my purchase. And then the only other thing I got, just for the fun of it, was one of these like mystery packs. So I got this, which is a badge. It's like a mystery badge pack for the anime Free, which I watched last year and really enjoyed. And you just get like a badge with like a character on it. I just thought it'd be fun to try it out, and I think the guy, I got this one. I think his name's Solskjaer. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched it. But yeah, I got that, so it was just fun. I just wanted to get one to try it and see what I thought. But definitely recommend going there if you are in York and you are like an anime or Studio Ghibli lover. It was such a fun experience. And like I said, I will definitely be returning in the future. And then I did actually get 2 books, even though I'm technically in a book buying ban at the moment. So I got a book in Waterstones, and then there were quite a few like stunning indie bookshops around where I was staying. Like Pickering, the town we were staying in, had 2 bookshops. One of them wasn't open, but the other one was, so I got a book from there. And I got one from Waterstones in York as well, which wasn't intended on getting, it was just there, so I thought I would get it because it seemed like fate, which is Cherry Magic Volume 4. I really love the anime for this, so obviously I want to read the manga, and like I said, I've read up to volume 3, so I just wanted to get this because it was there, and I had some points in my Waterstone card, so I didn't even need to pay for it, so that was a bonus. And then from the bookshop in Pickering, I got this book called Floriology, I think that's how my brain's computing it, by Jessica Rue? I think that's how you say it. It's always with the X's that confuses me. But basically this is about like the Victorian language of flowers, and I love learning about the language of flowers. I've read a couple of fiction books, including the second book in this series, that include the language of flowers, and I find it really interesting how people, or you can like communicate with flowers, especially it was a big thing back in the Victorian era. So this book basically just has like loads of plants and flowers and like the meanings behind them, and kind of the history about them and all that sort of thing, and the illustrations are so beautiful, so I couldn't resist. So yeah, I have read like half of this already, but yeah, I'm really glad to have this. Like I said, it is something that I am interested in, so it's nice to have like my own like little dictionary of like flowers and all that sort of thing. So yeah, just wanted to show you that little haul because it was, yeah, I just had like a really nice time, lots of sunshine, lots of being outdoors, obviously buying myself some nice things. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. But obviously back to the main reason of this vlog. I finished reading A Game for Scandal when I was away, and I really enjoyed this. It was such a fun addition to this series, and I have written a review. I'm trying to get better at writing like little reviews after I have finished a book. So I will reference to this because it's been a couple of days and my mind is not very good at holding information these days. So obviously you can see I loved it. for all of the tabs. But like I said, I really enjoyed this book. I love Felicity as a character. I love her drive and her ambition of wanting to study at university and be a mathematician. Felicity in particular really dislikes high society and kind of how it is run, especially in like this for the side of women, how they, when they come out and they have their first season, they are basically like paraded around like cattle, wanting to for men to kind of look at them and say like, oh yes, I want that woman as a wife. She really doesn't like that. She doesn't like the balls and kind of all the frothiness and the snubbed nosedness of it all, I guess. So it's something that she's never wanted, and like I said, she's always wanted to go to university. I really love the like love interest, Ash as well, who owns the Lucky Penny. I love the chemistry between him and Felicity and kind of how they bond over the course of the book, and they are very similar in certain amounts of ways, and I really, I can't say they're one of my favourite Laura Wood couples because they always all are every time I read one of her books, but they're always up there. You know, she's impeccable at romance, Laura, we can never fault that. And I always love the little like sprinkleness of feminism throughout this series that Laura does. In particular, this book is set in 1900, and throughout the book, and at one point in the book, you really see how slowly, very slowly in small amounts, the world is starting to change for women. There are more opportunities opening up, especially in the world of education and being able to attend university, and Felicity, how like it inspires Felicity even more to go to university, and how she wants to be a part of that and a part of making that change so the women after her have even more opportunities than she is hopefully going to have in the near future. So I really kind of love that, and learning like a little bit more about the education system and kind of the evolution of women's education as well during the 1900s, because obviously it's the start of a new era, or 1900 should I say, but yeah, it's the start of a new era, so I really love learning about that as well because it's something I don't know a lot about. And I would just like to say I really love seeing so many of the characters from the previous books back in here, like even Iris and Nick. I keep forgetting Nick's name, I don't know why, but they're not from the series, but they are from a book that is linked to the series. Seeing their wedding, sorry for spoilers, but this book starts at their wedding, which I think is so stunning and made me gag in all the best ways possible. I also love that Cassie is back in here as well, and she's also friends with Felicity. Cassie is from A Single Thread of Moonlight, which is Iris and Nick's story. But yeah, I love seeing Cassie in here. I love that Cassie and Felicity are friends, and that they both have their own like university and education ambitions. I really love that. And then obviously we get more of Izzy and Max because Felicity is Max's sister, so we get more of them, and obviously more of the Avery characters. And we also get a little bit of Marigold and Oliver as well towards the end, which I really, really loved. So yeah, that was just really nice being able to like see the characters from like the previous books, whether it's in this series or Laura's other older books, just back in here. I love that she does that with her books. It just brings me so much joy kind of seeing the progress of her characters and seeing how they're getting on. I just really love that. And this might be a tiny bit spoilery, so if you want to skip ahead, maybe skip like a minute whilst I talk about this. It's not like super spoilery, but it is fairly spoilery. I really love in this book how the ending is not typical to a historical fiction book of this era, or kind of for the previous books in this series. It's not a typical ending. It's, like I said, in the Victorian era, you would kind of expect like a romance book, how it would end, and it doesn't end in that like stereotypical way, and I find that very refreshing. I don't know if I've really read a book, like a historical fiction, like whether it's like Regency or Victorian. And maybe I've read like maybe one, maybe two, probably just one actually, excluding this one, where yeah, a certain event does not take place by the end of it, or it doesn't conclude in a certain way, should I say, by the end of the story, which I love. Like I said, it's very refreshing, and also shows the progress, this very slow but progress nonetheless, of how women can live their lives during that era. So I really love to see that. It was very satisfying, everything wrapped up nicely, and yeah, I really love this. 5 stars, obviously. Cannot like do anything less for Laura's books. So yes, I really love this. Obviously recommend it, but I do recommend reading this series in order, even though I guess it's kind of a companion series. I do recommend reading it in order because obviously you get the joy of seeing characters from previous books in this current one. Laura Wood can do no wrong in my eyes. I am so happy I got to read and like film my experience reading this book, and I will definitely do a reading vlog for when her new adult book, which comes out the week before my birthday. I will definitely film a video for that when it comes out and when I get my hands on my own copy. So yeah, all round an absolutely stunning read, and I think I might have to go and get her other books in this series so we can see what they all look like together. I just wanted to like mainly see the spines together, to be honest with you, because I don't think I've done that properly yet. But here are all the spines. Look how beautiful that is. Like, I feel like Laura's team always do a stunning job with like the covers, the spines, everything. Always stunning. And then I'll just show you, these are like all my tabs so far for this series. So stunning. I absolutely love it. Love this series. I'm curious to see if this series will carry on or not. I'm happy if it is, but if Laura Wood ever writes a Regency book, I would be absolutely here for it. Like, her Regency era needs to come. And I hope that one day happens, but for the moment I am more than happy with the series. And if it ever does continue, I really hope that one day we get a Mrs. Finch backstory, because I feel like that would be absolutely iconic. So I think that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I always love filming videos for when Laura has a new book released. It's just nice for me to kind of capture my reading experience, because like I said, I adore her books so much, and I hope that these videos leave you guys feeling inspired to maybe pick up her books. I will try and remember to leave the vlogs that I've made for her previous books, particularly for this series, in the description down below. I should probably make my own playlist at the moment, because I'm pretty sure I have actually done a reading vlog for like basically all of her books that I have, that she has written, or at least like her YA and adult books. I have definitely done that. So yeah, I will try and remember to link all that in the description down below if you want to go and see them. They're all spoiler free, so you don't have to worry about you know, anything being ruined from watching them. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I will leave the links to my social media and my Goodreads in the description down below for you guys if you would like to see more bookish content that you will not find on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and see you again very soon. Bye guys!